Let's all bow our heads in remembrance of them for a moment. Thank you. On January the 21st, 2016, I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer at the age of 40. It took me a few days to come to terms with the effect of hearing the words, "You have cancer," can do. But once I was able to gather my thoughts and harness the fear that only a person who has been given that diagnosis can understand, I realized I needed to warn my friends, my family, and quite frankly, anyone who would listen about this disease that does not discriminate against age, sex, or health status. I was a healthy 40-year-old female with no family history who had just been diagnosed with what many consider an older male disease. I will spare everyone the details of the symptoms I experienced that led to my diagnosis, but if you want to know more, please don't hesitate to ask me. Within 3 weeks of my diagnosis, I had a port placed and surgery to remove 8 inches of my colon and 28 lymph nodes. Because 6 of those nodes were cancerous, I had to undergo chemo treatments. Those treatments began the end of March and continued every 2 weeks for 6 months. During that 6 months, via Facebook, I would let all my friends and family know how the treatments were going while also interjecting a little bit of humor and lightheartedness along the way. I wanted to share my journey because I wanted to bring awareness to colon cancer, but also because those posts were very therapeutic for me. I know everyone deals with a cancer diagnosis in their own way, but being open and forthcoming with what I experienced helped me. The responses I would get to my posts brightened many difficult days for me and gave me the strength to persevere when I thought I couldn't bear another treatment. It has been 7 years now since my diagnosis. It seems like a lifetime ago until I do something like this and all the memories come flooding back. Some are vivid, like the moment I received the phone call, or the moment I had to tell Claire, who was 13 at the time, and reassure her that her mom was going to be okay. But the best memories are the ones of all the people who lifted me up in prayer, sent cards, flowers, and food, or just gave me a hug and words of encouragement. I want to close by saying to anyone who is currently fighting this battle, have faith. My mantra during my hardest moments was faith over fear. It's natural to be afraid. I was afraid, but through prayer I overcame my fears. I had faith that He was going to see me through. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 tells us, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Again, thank you all for listening, and thank you, Principal Graham, for allowing me to share my story.
Thank you, Amy. We do really appreciate it. And tonight, I really want to take a chance to recognize those, no matter what side you're on tonight. If you have fought cancer or are fighting and you are a survivor at this time, would you please stand? Let's give these guys a round of applause. It's very important when you look at a small community like this, the support that you have, and remember that we have to be there for each other, and you never know what someone is going through. And that's where you work, that's where you're at school, but we appreciate each one of you. Thank you so much for this. God bless each one of you.